been kind of thinking of it almost as a still life in a way, even though, I mean, they're abstract paintings in the way that they're made and the way that they're conceived, but I guess based on a lot of my influence has been old digital imaging programs, and lately it's been kind of moving into more contemporary digital imaging programs, but I almost see it these days as kind of not so much of a quoting of the programs, but as a still life of different kind of digital marks. I think, as much as any abstract painting, I think they're, color, line, texture, and things like that. But I also think that, these paintings, to me, I see them as, it's important that they're being made now, and when everybody is increasingly more dependent on, technology, to have a painting that, even though it can be consumed digitally, like it can be seen through a computer screen, seeing them in person is a whole different thing. So I think, the difference between the physical painting and what you can see through your computer or phone is what's important, what I want to convey. I think for me it's more difficult to work on one painting alone and only have one painting, but I think it keeps the work fresher, and in the way that I work too, it's also a little more economical, slightly more economical, because I can kind of reuse paint on lots of old paintings, and I think it also helps kind of, just bouncing work off of each other. They come out kind of, I feel like, in these different sets, so I feel like conceptually it's easier for me to work on more than one. A lot of times when I see a painting I don't like, and most of the time it's because it's been overworked and it loses the freshness that it probably once had. So I get influenced by, like, for example, this painting, there's kind of a weird influence here where I was looking at a chair online, and there was this pattern of overlapping lines, like it's called moire, where you'll take stripes going one way and then you can kind of skew them another way, and it makes this like optical illusion. So initially that painting was going to have some kind of optical influence to it, but it ended up being, I did one set of stripes and it ended up being like really overwhelming. I think also a lot about things I see every day, like there's graffiti removal techniques, and that's where I started using the roller in my paintings a lot. That's a good question. I don't know. I think, like I said, I'm starting to make these digital prints, and I kind of, now that I have this like bigger studio and I have a room, I have like a place I can put like a desk and have like a clean space where I never had that before. I think that I'm going to start bringing that work into the studio instead of keeping it like at home, and I think lots of things could happen from there. So I've got a lot of like, maybe painting on a print, or screen printing on one of the canvases, something that I made digitally, and then painting over it. So I think, well, first of all, I think living here has kind of made me a lot more competitive than I was already naturally, and just, kind of seeing the bar is a lot higher here, and seeing how, all the amazing things everyone's doing kind of makes you really want to, you have to, really make great work to get any kind of recognition or to exhibit your work. So, and in that way, I think that it helped me to take a lot of risks in my work, and where I think living in Richmond, I was painting really flat paintings and making figurative work, and it was really scary for me to even think about making an abstract painting. So I kind of realized that I needed to take a lot of risks and kind of, push myself a lot harder. So.